Family, our lives will never be the same, never be normal. Now, we will have to create a new normal through our loss. Faith will help heal our broken hearts. At my lowest, God is my hope.
Hello, I'm Karen Devine.
And I'm John White, tonight, live at 5.
It was very sad when we lost him. But again, he'll always stay with us. He will be watching us. He won't ever leave us. Even though we can't see him, doesn't mean he can't see us.
Family, friends, thousands of others paying their final respects today for officers Jose Gil Vega and Leslie Zerebny, two of Palm Springs' finest, now fallen heroes.
We've seen processions for the officers with thousands of members of law enforcement from across the state and around the country. This is a live look from Coachella, where the hearse carrying Officer Vega has just arrived. And the man Mayor Robert Moon called a chief's chief, speaking today from the bottom of his heart, remembering his officers and hoping they will not have died in vain during this difficult time in policing. It's 5 o'clock. Time for continuing complete in the line of duty coverage on the air and streaming live at KESQ.com.
You're watching KESQ, the Desert's news leader. This is News Channel 3, live at 5.
In the line of duty, the tragedy in Palm Springs bringing together thousands from all over the United States to pay their respects to officers Jose Gil Vega and Leslie Zerebny. The procession to the Palm Springs Convention Center was met by so many people lining the streets. We brought you 4.5 hours of coverage on today's service right here. Tonight we begin our coverage with News Channel 3's Joe Galley in Palm Springs with our live mobile newsroom with more on the moving 3-hour service held today at the Convention Center. Joe.
Well, John, not a dry eye could be found in the entire convention center. Probably one of the most emotional moments in the history of Palm Springs as thousands gathered to remember these fallen heroes. The sound of bagpipes filling the Palm Springs Convention Center for the beginning of the memorial service for fallen Palm Springs police officers Leslie Zerebny and Gil Vega. Vega's casket was carried into the convention center. Sources tell us Zerebny was cremated before the event. A crowd of more than 15,000 people, including politicians, residents, and hundreds of family members paying their respects for two of Palm Springs' finest. Several dozen of Officer Vega's large family shared fond moments and memories of a phenomenal father, mentor, and officer.
I felt some consolation knowing he died doing what he loved to do. It was his day off. He volunteered. Okay?
When I think of how we can move forward as a united country, I think of my uncle. He was the best of what all Americans value. His life mattered.
He will be watching us. He won't ever leave us. Even though we can't see him, doesn't mean he can't see us. But everything I learned was from him.
Family photos of both officers accompanied by music were used as breaks between speakers, including the song Hallelujah, sung by the Canadian group The Tenors. Officer Leslie Zerebny's family was represented by Zerebny's cousin, Pastor Joe Annady, sharing how Zerebny was a committed police officer and even more so, a loving mother to her 4-month-old daughter, Cora.
You could see it in her eyes. She was so committed to being a good mother to her. She was so tender and nurturing, so engaged. Leslie loved her job very much, but it was so hard for her to leave Cora at home and to go back to work.
She loved to brag about everything from Cora's first gaze into her mother's eyes to the first time she heard Cora's laugh. Leslie was a wonderful mother. She loved Cora endlessly.
Friends of the family also talked about the relationship between Leslie and her husband, Zach Zerebny, a Riverside County Sheriff's deputy.
All of us were so proud to see such a beautiful young couple start careers in law enforcement and get married. It's like we're all your dads, Zach. We're just so proud of you, both of you.
It takes a special person to don the boots we wear and step into a world where certainty is rare. We bravely venture where others never would, fighting to ensure that evil never triumphs over good. It's a calling that's reserved for just a chosen few, represented here today by this sea of tan and blue.
Attention all units. This is an end of watch bus task for Police Officer Jose Gilbert Vega.
This is an end of watch broadcast for Police Officer Leslie Zerebny. Officer Zerebny passed away on October 8th, 2016 from a gunshot wound sustained in the line of duty.
And many of the people at the memorial service were also calling for the end of violence against law enforcement officers. You can see that part of the story coming up right here live on KESQ News Channel 3 at 6 o'clock. For now, reporting live in Palm Springs, Joe Galley, News Channel 3.
Joe, tough to watch. Well, after the service, you see here officers lined up as Gil Vegas's casket was brought out of the convention center there. It was put into a hearse and then headed east toward Coachella, where Officer Vega will be buried. The procession arrived there about 4:30 this afternoon. In fact, let's take you to the burial site now with News Channel 3's Jeff Stahl. Hi, Jeff.
Karen, we are here at the cemetery in Coachella where the pastor has just given the invocation. Let's step out of the site so you can zoom in and take a look. As you just mentioned, a bagpiper led the casket to the gravesite just moments ago, along with 4 mounted horses that were leading a riderless horse. The LAPD providing that service for the Palm Springs Police Department and the family of Jose Gil Vega. He was 63 again, born March 26, 1953 in San Benito, Texas, and this is where his journey for his family ends today. They are at the graveside, the chaplain, Donaldson, giving an invocation. The flag in a short moment will be held over the casket. A rifle salute is going to be coming up shortly, followed by taps played by a bugler. Bagpipes then will play Amazing Grace. In a little while, there will be a flyover from helicopters in a missing man formation. There was also going to be a flag folding ceremony where they will present the American flag to Officer Vega's widow, and that will be presented by Palm Springs Police Chief Brian Reyes. Again, the ceremony is underway right now here. It's a calm, comfortable day. It's warm temperatures. A huge crowd of people have come from the convention center, many of them. Also, many people just coming in from the community wanting to share in this special moment and to show that they care and that they do appreciate all that the officer gave to his community. There was a sign out front, some banners made by local students from Coral Mountain Academy. They wrote, "For keeping us safe, for risking your life, for loving our town, for everything you did, we will remember you." From Coral Mountain Academy and the students there. Just one of the many sentiments that people are sharing here at the cemetery in Coachella. Again, a bagpiper leading in that casket to the gravesite. A very somber and a solemn procession. The end of a very long day for the family as this journey for Officer Vega ends here in Coachella. We're going to pass it back to you live in Coachella. Jeff Stahl, News Channel 3. Karen.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Officer Vega being laid to rest there. We'll go back to that picture when the other things start to happen. Thank you, Jeff. A powerful message delivered by Palm Springs Police Chief Brian Reyes. He addressed the current crisis in America head-on, refusing to name the suspect in this case, calling him instead a subject, someone he didn't consider a man in his mind.
How does such a tragedy occur in such an environment with so many people working together every day to make this city a better place for all to enjoy? All I can say is this: the threat to law enforcement throughout our country is very real. No community is exempt from such a tragedy. People need to start taking responsibility of their own household and stop ignoring the signs of escalating violent behavior. Start paying Now more than ever, our officers are trying to maintain peace and order during some of the most difficult times in policing history. We need to work harder with our communities to identify potential threats, because if we do not, we will continue to see grieving families, children left behind without a mother or father, and forever changed police officers who are growing tired of these senseless acts of violence.
Chief Reyes going on to say today, to all my brothers and sisters, may you be blessed as you try to keep the peace in the most difficult times in the history of policing. We brought you live coverage of the service all day long, starting at 10:30 this morning. Karen, you were there at the service, and you know, so this crisis in America was addressed head on by the chief, but we also really did get to know these two officers, the names behind the badges.
We did. It was 3 hours of emotional testimony, if you will, from family, friends, their officers in blue. Being in there and seeing the crowd, nobody moved, nobody was restless. It was just watching and listening, and a lot of tears were shed today at Palm Springs Convention Center.
Yeah, we learned a lot about Gil Vega, you know, the large family man with survived by 8 children, his beautiful wife Susanna, 11 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren, and then we also learned about Leslie Zerebny, new on the force, just a year and a half in, a new mother with a 4-month-old Cora at home, and there was a great talk about how she was such a mischievous child who grew into this beautiful adult woman who wanted so much to be a police officer. The only thing that could replace that was being a mother, and she had done those 2 things.
Yeah.
And right now, we go back out to the Coachella Valley Public Cemetery for the playing of taps.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Today, there are nearly 30 million Americans living with rare diseases. That's almost 1 in 10 of us. A disease affecting fewer than 200,000 people is considered rare. With nearly 7,000 rare diseases, the numbers add up dramatically. I'm Patricia Richardson, and when my father was diagnosed with a rare disease, my family learned firsthand how overwhelming it can be to find information and the right treatment, if one even exists. It can be a lonely fight. You've probably never heard of most rare diseases with hard-to-pronounce names like myeloproliferative neoplasms or progressive supranuclear palsy, which claimed my father's life. My dad was a Navy fighter and test pilot. His brave struggle inspired me to join the National Organization for Rare Disorders to raise awareness of the challenges faced by people with rare diseases and their families. NORD works to ensure that these individuals are never alone, providing answers and support. Alone, we are rare. Together, we're strong. Learn more at rarediseases.org.
Your business is more fragile than you might think. Insurance helps protect your assets from the unexpected. But what about the applications your business depends on? EchoCloud uses the latest technology to get your business back up quickly and easily for less than you might be paying for plain old backup. You know you can't afford to let your business go down. Now you can afford to make sure it doesn't. Visit us at echocloudsolutions.com/upgrade. Your data is your business. Keep it safe with EchoCloud Solutions.
Are you bored? Looking for something to do? Go to cbslocal2.com and click the Eye on the Desert events calendar. Find fun, exciting places to go and things to do. You can even post events yourself. Check out the Eye on the Desert events calendar at cbslocal2.com. Get your news anytime. Log on to cbslocal2.com.
Your Vote 2016 Election Day is 3 weeks from today, and Hillary Clinton is taking the day to prep for tomorrow's debate, while the Republican nominee is still suggesting on the campaign trail that there will be widespread voter fraud. As Karen Travers reports, those comments got a pushback from the president, and he's even giving Trump a little advice.
Donald Trump is not letting this issue go.
So many cities are corrupt, and you see that. And voter fraud is all too common. And then they criticize us for saying that.
A fired-up President Obama today saying this talk from Trump is unprecedented for a presidential candidate and not based on facts.
I'd advise Mr. Trump to stop whining and go try to make his case to get votes.
The president saying Trump's rhetoric calls into question his fitness for the Oval Office.
If whenever things are going badly for you and you lose, you start blaming somebody else, then you don't have what it takes to be in this job.
And Trump's running mate Mike Pence stopping by a North Carolina Republican Party office, the site of a suspected firebombing on Saturday.
This was an act of political terrorism.
Hillary Clinton is off the trail another day, prepping for Wednesday's debate in Las Vegas. But she got a boost from her former rival, Senator Bernie Sanders, who slammed Trump and said Americans must not elect him.
It is a history which is not only sexist, but racist and is xenophobic as well.
Sanders also stumping in Arizona, part of a new late-game push by the Clinton campaign in that traditionally Republican state. First Lady Michelle Obama and Chelsea Clinton will also be in the Grand Canyon state this week, and the Clinton campaign is upping its TV ad buy and mail advertising by $2 million.
She is now playing on her opponent's side of the field, right, and the clock is on her side.
And once that final debate is in the books, Hillary Clinton is ramping up her campaigning. She's scheduled to be in a battleground state every day for the next week. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
And you can catch the third and final presidential debate tomorrow at 6 p.m. right here on News Channel 3.
Well, back here at home, sunny and warm out there today. Our weather certainly does not disappoint.
Nope. Haley Clausen is up next on News Channel 3 with your full first alert forecast. Haley was out in that sun today covering the memorial service, and I'll tell you, it was nice in the shade.
That's right. We are beginning to warm up just a little bit more, but overall our high temperatures were very seasonable for today's date. Those temperatures will be cooling down into the mid-60s around 11 p.m. We're keeping those clear skies with us as well, and we're also catching a bit of a break from those gusty winds we dealt with yesterday. Unfortunately, they're coming back. I'll let you know the reason why when we return. You're watching KESQ, the Desert's news leader.
Where's the pain?
Right there.
Right here? Hi, I'm Tom Caress, and I probably can't help you with your pain, but I definitely can help you with your Medicare insurance. Medicare open enrollment is here. Have you heard about all the changes in 2017? I personally invite you to one of my Medicare 101 seminars. There's limited time and limited space. Call today for your reservation. I'm Tom Caress, and I'll make Medicare easier for you.
This is Anthony. Anthony is wanted everywhere.
Anthony's on my team. No, he's on my team.
Anthony?
5.
Good answer.
Anthony, will you sit here and play for me?
Sure.
Yes, Anthony is wanted everywhere. Well, almost everywhere. Because recently, when Anthony went with his parents to find a new place to live...
It's already rented.
I just spoke to this guy a half hour ago.
How can his parents tell him the color of their skin is keeping them from this apartment? It's not just unfair, it's illegal.
I'd like to file a complaint.
So Anthony's parents filed a housing discrimination complaint. And now, they have a wonderful place to live. If you've been trying to buy or rent a home or apartment and you believe you've been discriminated against because of your race, color, religion, national origin, sex, familial status, or disability, call HUD at 1-800-669-9777 or visit HUD.gov/fairhousing. Fair housing is your right. Use it.
Nothing says thank you quite like a classic, hearty American meal. The Gary Sinise Foundation's Serving Heroes program shows gratitude to our nation's defenders and their families with a moment of togetherness and a taste of home. With the help of Bob Evans, we're making it possible to serve even more meals to service members traveling far from home. Look for the Purple Barn at your grocery store and visit ourfarmsalutes.com or GarySiniseFoundation.org to learn more.
We had been called up for the first time. Wildfires were getting close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
Make an appointment with Dr. Oz, weekdays at 4 p.m. right here on CBS Local 2.
Watch your live local news from anywhere. Download the KESQ app today. Live newscasts and breaking Coachella Valley news as it happens. Search KESQ in your app store today. Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Haley Clausen.
It was a beautiful Tuesday. Lots of sunshine, cloud-free skies out there, and the best news, the wind, it died down. We are dealing with much calmer conditions out there compared to yesterday when those wind gusts were over 30 miles per hour. Now check out these trees over at the Classic Club, not blowing at all. Calm conditions across the area. Let's look at some temperatures right now because today was just a little bit warmer. If we can pull up our temperature map right now, there we go. 87 degrees is the current temperature in Palm Springs, and the high this afternoon came in at 88. That is right on par with where we should be for this time of year, but a few cities did make it up to the Big 90. Right now, Cathedral City staying steady right there. We will continue this warming trend as we head throughout the rest of this week, and we will be staying very dry as well. With many cities below 20% relative humidity, expect that to continue to decrease throughout the next couple of days. Again, those winds staying very calm at this time, but that is not going to be lasting very long at all. As high pressure continues to work its way towards the east, we are going to be dealing with a Santa Ana weather pattern, so expect windy offshore flow for us over the next couple of days, and that's also going to be bringing us much warmer temperatures. We are going to be above normal mainly for Thursday as well as Friday, so get ready for those 90s to make a comeback and linger with us. Now those winds, like I said, they're going to be back rather soon, so really not until after midnight tonight. Going into early tomorrow morning for your Wednesday morning, some wind-prone areas are going to be dealing with those wind gusts over 30 miles per hour. Now this is mainly going to be a morning event, very breezy as you head out the door and really close to lunchtime as well. Staying breezy throughout the majority of the day, and then as we head into late tomorrow evening, some gustier conditions will be back into play. Same goes for your Thursday. That's why a red flag warning has been issued. This does not go into effect until 2 a.m. tomorrow morning and will be remaining in effect until 8 p.m. on Thursday. Notice this does include the western portion of the Coachella Valley as well as the San Gorgonio Pass. So any outdoor burning is not recommended, as because of those gusty winds, any fires that are started are likely to spread very quickly. Overall, this is still a fantastic 7-day forecast, though windy and dry as we head into the weekend. Those high temperatures are going to be in the mid-90s for your Saturday. And if you were listening yesterday, I had mentioned that we did have changes to come. Well, there is the chance for showers beginning late Sunday, heading in to your Monday, along with those cooler temperatures.
Okay, good. Well, I see that 96 there on Friday. That's running warm for this time of the year.
It is. It's going to be very warm, but just it's okay.
Kind of warm, but 90% of the country would be just fine with it.
That's true.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right.
Thank you,
Haley. The news continues tonight on our sister station, CBS Local 2.
Chris Long in the newsroom right now with a look at what's ahead for us. Chris.
What a day it was at 5:30. Karen, you and I were out there throughout the day at the convention center. I could see it in your eyes. I believe you could see it in my eyes. This was a very touching, moving tribute by PSPD and law enforcement from really all around the state and country. We will continue our live coverage of some new elements from the convention center and also a cemetery in Coachella this afternoon. CBS Local News 5:30. We stand for you.
Son, I think we need to have a man-to-man talk about you not following directions.
Dude, we gotta talk about these grades. What's up with that? Not cool, man. We were word sick about you. You were supposed to call. Where were you last night?
Hey, son, when you get a minute, I mean, when you're ready, we need to talk.
Hey, Dad, who are you talking to?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't talking to anyone.
Not sure how to talk to your teen? Call the Boys Town National Hotline. Our trained counselors are available 24/7 to help you find the words and the way to handle parenting issues, big or small. Call 800-448-3000 or visit parenting.org.
Life can hit you with the unexpected. Forcing you to make difficult decisions. Leaving you feeling helpless. You don't have to lose your home. It's time to take control. The National Foundation for Credit Counseling can help. The NFCC is a nonprofit organization that has been providing quality financial counseling and education for 60 years. Our national network of community-based member agencies have helped millions of consumers with foreclosure prevention. Seek advice from our certified housing counselors today. Call us or visit mortgagehelpnow.org. Real solutions for real people.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Make an appointment with Dr. Oz, weekdays at 4 p.m. right here on CBS Local 2. Get your news anytime. Log on to cbslocal2.com.
More of the sights and sounds from today. This from moments ago at the Coachella Valley Public Cemetery. A missing man flyover at the burial service there for Officer Vega. You could see at least 2 missing helicopters.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved.
Finally tonight at 5, we'd like to send our condolences to the families of Officers Jose Gil Vega and Leslie Zerebny, killed in the line of duty.
We can only imagine how difficult this is for you. From the entire News Channel 3 and Gulf California Broadcasting family to Officers Vega and Zerebny, thank you for your service.
Officer Zerebny is survived by her husband Zach, a Riverside County Sheriff's deputy, and their 4-month-old daughter Cora. Officer Zerebny served in the highest traditions of this department, and she will be missed by us all.